the Yeti 100. Quite possibly the most challenging thing I've ever had to do in my life because I have failed it 3 times. This guy worries about how he puts his shoes on.
Very true.
Thank you, Kara. He's sitting here giving me shit, and the text messages I get from him.
Jason, I think my shoes are tied too tight. What do I?
Exactly, that's the messages I get. I'm getting to the stage of my life where things are evolving to where I don't know if I want to invest the time that goes into doing a 100-mile race. And so for me, this is kind of, I don't want to sound dramatic, but this could be my last hurrah.
The registration forms up here, right?
I think they might have training plans as well.
Perfect.
Something for everyone there.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Oh, he's up there.
Jeez. You gonna wait on us?
That man's too anxious to wait on anyone.
Ready for this, bud?
No.
That's the spirit.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Hey, go get him.
Camera rolling.
It's rolling.
All right.
It's rolling. We're rolling. Everybody fucking rolling.
Headed to Yeti. Jason's been the coolest head of all of us so far, keeping us all nice and relaxed.
He is so calm, cool, collected, man.
So even keeled.
I wish they were as cool as Jason.
If he was any more relaxed, he'd be dead right now.
Maybe he found my gummies I didn't bring.
I guess we're both going. But love when a plan comes together.
Alright, first bus.
Let's go.
4 in the back, 3 in every row, and somebody up front, okay?
Morning of was, man, I felt really good. Like, man, it was perfect. Weather was perfect. Other than that bus ride up to the top that the driver said he was taking it easy, I would hate to see what not taking it easy looks like. I actually felt pretty good. I did take some Dramamine. That definitely messed around with me a little bit. I had what's that old saying, never do something that you've never done before? I had never taken Dramamine before in my life. This was the first time ever. So took that, but got up to the top, and you were there. It was the weather was nice and cool. It wasn't hot. We had no rain. Man, I mean, and physically I felt good. Gut wise, I felt good. Had everything I needed. So I took it back to REI and said it was faulty.
The guy looked at him like, you're full of shit.
But he gave me my money back.
That's REI, good company.
Now, if someone came to your store with a similar product and situation, what would you tell them?
If it's a Walgreens brand product, we have to return it.
Am I zipped up? I think I'm zipped up.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Appreciate it. That's fine. I don't need that shit anyways.
I could have been a dick after you drew a dick on my driveway and then threw a rock at my window, but I took care of it.
Did you look at the driveway this morning?
Don't get that pack of cigarettes. Just slip it in his pack like it's a chicken nugget. Let him carry it.
Did you look at the driveway this morning? Did you look at the street this morning? It's okay, you got plenty of time.
I know. Thanks for ruining the moment.
Loves and kisses, loves and kisses.
Now you two hug.
Hugs and give love, guys. Looks like you feel jelly. You feel a little jelly over there.
Ready for this?
No. Jason doesn't know I'm only running 3 miles. I got Garrett picking me up at Green Cove.
Thank you so much for coming. 9th annual Yeti 100, and you guys got the best fucking weather day. Think about that. You don't want to come back in a hurricane next year. Okay? Don't do it. But thank you so much for visiting Appalachia. It's where generations of my family have called home, and they really do enjoy seeing everyone come in and run through the valleys. My great-grandfather first made home in Taylor's Valley, and he didn't even he had a dirt floor. So when you run by there, we have a good history here, and we look forward to welcoming you home, and I can't wait to see you. Stay strong. Okay? 100 miles is going to hurt. It might hurt the whole time. You might have to walk 61 miles to the finish. Just get it done, okay? It won't be pretty. Here's the directions. Trains don't make lefts or rights. If you get lost, pick up a new hobby. Maybe pickleball. I heard that's fun. When you come back up here the second time, you need to touch the flagpole and turn around. This is where the course is measured to. There'll be nobody up here. If I put someone up here, you'd want to go home. Mile 66 is a hard mile. But no, when you turn around and start going downhill, the stats say about 91% of the people make the finish line. Keep that in your head. You can just all day make it back here. Make it back. Keep moving, okay? And thank you so much for choosing races owned by ultra runners and not corporations like all of you, and I look forward to seeing you throughout the day, and I most look forward to giving everyone a damn buckle.
You know, all of these people are going along these trails, and then all the residents are just living around all this that's going on around them, and it's just neat that you're walking along this trail and you see all these houses and people are living their lives while all these other people are just doing this hard thing along this trail. The experience with hanging out with you and Kara was wonderful. It was fun trying to out-eat Kara.
15 miles. Right?
Yep. Sorry, I mean. Gotta beat Kara.
Yeah.
Me and Kara had an eating contest going on, and I defeated her multiple times.
Are you sure about that?
I am sure about that. She was grabbing wrappers off the trail there, sticking them in her bag.
Yeah.
Can't though, because I'm the snack queen, so you'll never beat me.
You guys got
I'll
a bet?
keep eating all night long.
You got, what's the bet?
I have no idea.
How do you know if you're going to win?
That's how I'm gonna win. She don't know the bet. I do. I'm winning. I feel it in my bones. She ain't eating now, you see that?
I saw her jerk a candy bar wrapper out of some other participant's hand and stuff it in the bag, and then I'm fairly certain she pulled out my bag and pulled some out and stuck it in hers. So, you know, she tried, she lost, but anyway.
See, you've like fluffed yours out.
Check her packages for leaves and dirt.
She went like this, or she went. She's like, look at this.
She's resorted to counting.
My favorite part of this race is coming down off of White Top and running into Damascus. It is such an amazing atmosphere in that city. I love it so much. You know, running through Damascus, did miss having the big crowd of Yetis there that normally is there. Even at the train caboose thing, there wasn't a whole lot of people there. But it was still people there, and it was exciting.
I didn't use these at the last race. I would so.
You want this flipped around?
Yep. Take this one for me so I can get some more coke.
Yep. Well, how you doing? What you need? I'm gonna grab you.
Okay. All right.
Thank you guys.
See you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, you bet.
In between Alvarado and Abington, we started kind of having a few hiccups along the way. It was the most exposed section of the trail. It got kind of warm at that point. It wasn't hot, but it was warm. However, you know, around mile 30-ish, you know, I started noticing that my feet were hurting, but, you know, I didn't think much about it other than the fact that I just thought it was just some general fatigue of you know, generally how these races go. Something starts bothering you at some point once you get about 30 miles into, once you've been running, moving your feet or legs for 30 miles, something is bothering you. I mean, you don't go 30 miles unless you're an elite athlete without having something start to kind of show itself as you know, some sort of a, you know, pain of some sort, right? We walked into Abington. We got into Abington. We ate. I think that was probably our first real low across the board, was getting to Abington. That was what I heard from the crew that was crewing us. They said there was some general concern about how we looked at that point. We all seemed a little down, and I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that we were hot, and we were trying to get get turned around and head back.
Ready?
In between Abington and Alvarado, it was me, Will, and Kara was running together. Kara decided she was going to go ahead and jump ahead a little bit. She was feeling a little bit more fresh than Will and I were. Will and I were still doing good. We had not fallen off our plan. You know, we were still right where we needed to be. But we decided that we were going to, you know, reserve some energy just to make sure that we had enough when the time was necessary.
Kara has taken off. She left us, didn't she? It was part of her plan, but she just took off 4 or 5 miles sooner than her plan. Look at that. Wow.
This is, in my opinion, the prettiest part of the course, right? This section right here, even though it's exposed and hot. Real pretty. You get some mountains in the background, cow pastures. cow manure. Fresh smell. Poop. We ended up going to Alvarado. At Alvarado, we decided we needed to sit, sit a little bit longer than normal, just to kind of, again, to rest our feet up, rest our legs up a little bit. At this point, for me, everything was going along pretty well. Now, with that being said, I got out of Alvarado, and I did tell Garrett, who was crewing us, that I wanted to I needed to look at my feet when I got to 48, which was Damascus.
Woo! 40, almost 43 miles. How do you feel? Tell the truth.
Not too hot. But as they say, one foot in front of the other, one aid station at a time, and we're gonna get her done at all costs.
At all cost?
Well, I mean, within reason. So,
would you push me into a ditch if that meant you finish?
most likely.
I thought so.
It all felt like a really cool journey, and even during the tough times.
You better smile, motherfucker. Be happy or else.
46 3/4, almost to aid station. Get on some sleeves and attack a mountain. We got to Damascus. Again, time-wise, we were still pretty good. We were about an hour and 15 minutes ahead of the cutoff at Damascus. So we were still kind of doing really good. I mean, really good. And we had talked about it. We were right where we needed to be. And I feel like Damascus is kind of where I've made my first real mistake, and that was where I took my shoes off, I addressed my feet, but I really didn't look at my feet, because again, up to this point, I had felt like it was this fatigue that was bothering my feet. So when I took my socks off, they handed me the stuff, and I greased them back up. And when I greased them back up, I just immediately put the sock back on. I mean, it was. You think about a pit stop at a F1 race or a NASCAR race. They come in, they jack the car up, they pull the tires off, put new tires on, and the car just goes. I remember going through, walking through Damascus as we were about to go up the White Top, start our ascent up the White Top, and I remember thinking, "Man, this is so much fun." This part right here is just the journey of going through the different parts of it and getting from one place to the other and experiencing all that of the race. We got close to Green Cove, and I just started doing the math and realized that at the current rate I was going, I was not going to make the cutoff. And the cutoff on the way down was, I think it was 3:30. And so at the rate I was going, I still needed to go 3 and then another 3 at a 30-minute clip. You were looking at 3.5 hours. I just decided at there I was just going to go ahead and see if we could get a ride up the White Top, because our crew was up there, and just go ahead and just drop from the race and get my transmitter in and all that kind of good stuff. So got there, did that. However, they didn't have anybody to drop us off up there. So we ended up still having to hike all the way up the White Top. And that took what seemed like forever at the end. And that was it.
What have you learned about yourself over the course of the last 4 or 5 years?
Well, I think the biggest thing I learned is to continue trying. in regardless of how many times you fail at it, you pick yourself up and keep trying. I think those are the biggest things I've learned. I've also learned, probably the most important thing I've learned is the importance of friends. Um, yeah, I can't say it enough that I would not have made it as far as I made it in any of these races without the support from my friends and my family. And I'm not talking about during the race, I'm talking about before the race, during the race, after the race. I literally have some of the best friends and family there is. It's amazing the amount of people that has sent me messages since the end of this last attempt, talking to me about how they were really rooting for me, and they watched the videos and seen all that I've gone through and whatnot. And it really meant a lot. The support of just friends, family, community, and I think that's probably the biggest thing I've gotten out of it is how great all you guys are.
Hey, hun. I just want to let you know how much I've been thinking of you, how proud I am of you for doing this and all the time and the training and everything that you've gone through to get to this point. I'm more than proud of you. I just am without words to think of how you have come so far since I first met you, drinking all those Cokes, not exercising. I can't wait to see you and give you a big hug and kiss, and I love you very much.
What would have to happen before you'd even think about trying for it again? This is a two-part question.
I think, I mean, it's really hard for me to answer that because I don't know. I guess I would have to, feel like I would have a shot of actually doing it.
Would you definitely try it again if there was a 100% chance you'd finish?
Yeah. So I think, I'm going to throw in my towel at the Yeti 100. I think that's it for me. I literally 0-4 on that course, and as you can, sometimes you just have to see the writing on the wall, and like what did Kenny Rogers say? You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, and I think I've given it my best shot, and I think that's it.
Are you sure about that, Jason?